Yo, 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 what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are finally back, and we are no longer the No Filter Show. We are now the Uncensored Show, and I'm your boy, Slap Rock the King, Mr. Lovable Asshole himself, and I'm in here with the new Uncensored crew.
I thought you were about to slip up there.
No, I practiced this shit. Big Juan is in the building. What's up, Big Juan?
Yeah, wait. I'm blessed. I just need y'all to know that. It's been another blessed week.
Okay.
And, I'm here to let you know that he is able.
Okay.
But I'm here, though. Good. I'm here.
Was you drinking?
No.
Was you drinking?
Not right now.
Oh.
But I was last night.
Oh, girl.
A lot. But I'm blessed.
Kyra, what's up, Kyra?
Hi. Let me be clear, y'all. So it's Kyra, a.k.a. Little Honey. Don't remember. Listen.
I forgot already. Until
Sticky,
you just...
come on, y'all. Get into it. And
that's my job.
Great,
That's my job to say.
Get into it.
So what's your new name? Kyra what?
Well, one, Little Honey comes from Londies. I had that name from me, Londies.
But why they call you little? Because it's like nothing little on you.
Are you the youngest person there?
You know what? Don't get
I'm just saying, like,
not today.
Titties is
Everything's
not
big
little.
on here.
Right. So why don't call you Big Honey or like Winnie
Well,
the Pooh?
because it's
They call you Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh like honey. It's a lot of honey. No, you don't like that name?
You want to get beat up today.
Winnie the
I
Pooh
don't
is
really-
fluffy.
As long as she doesn't continuously use the sticky and
Why?
all
Why?
those little,
Shut up. Mind you, Little Honey came because my mom's name was Honey and Londies. And that's where it came from.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you ain't give us the
Great.
heritage
Well, I just gave it
backstory.
to you.
The heritage.
Now you
of
got
it.
it. Now get into it. You're
Oh,
welcome.
so that's that's your tag.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Get
sorry,
into it.
y'all. This is
Get into it.
little honey is in the.
I'm in the building and I had a great week.
For real?
And I'm excited, guys. I missed you.
We just saw you the other day.
Yeah, we've
I
been
mean,
gone, but we haven't been.
I'm just
gone.
saying.
Yo, but-
I just really missed
No, real quick.
I miss being
Why you
alone.
had a great week though? Why?
I had a great week because it was in the spring break and I came back and I ain't really had to spend no kids. Like, it was a good week for me.
Wasn't you
And I
away?
got some.
Oh, you
yeah,
got some what? You
I got
did?
some dick last night.
Last night?
Yeah, feeling good, ready to go.
Damn.
Really good.
What'd you say? Swolled up.
You
Woke
swolled up?
I
Woke
just
up,
said
woke
swolled up really good.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, I had a good week.
Did you have a whole
Listen.
week off?
I didn't. They did us dirty, but I had a really, really good week.
Wasn't you away?
Yeah, I went to Chicago. Chicago was nice. You know, it was windy. My wig was moving around, shifting and stuff. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, let me put a hat on. Oh. But it was nice.
It was windy today too. That's why you got the hat on.
Yeah, you know, you got to protect the wig. Keep
I
it
seen
secure.
2 wigs fall off today. Like, real talk. Like,
Listen, I ain't got time to play with this wig. This thing got to be secure and tight. Bobby pins.
I know that's
all
right.
types of stuff. You got to make it look cute.
Well, it was a big week. On TV and movies. I don't know if you a big fan of Game of Thrones. Are you?
I am.
I know you is.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Do you watch it at all?
Is you a fan of Avengers too? Like, do you even watch?
I want to
that?
go
Oh,
because
my
everybody said it was
God,
good.
you-
I
So
don't
you
really
never
know-
seen none of them?
I went to see Infinity War with my students.
Oh well, you're fine then. You can go see this.
No,
I can't
She
name-
just can't see Infinity Wars and then go see. Endgame?
Let me be clear. Like, I've seen the movies, but it's not always like I can't name all the characters. Like, who? I know Iron Man. I went to see Iron Man. I know is Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's
Batman.
not. Batman. He's fucking DC. That's DC, man. We talking about Marvel right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Listen,
Jesus Christ.
listen.
I'm
gonna go to the movies.
I didn't know
if I get a
all
free
of them
date.
either before.
You said what?
I didn't always know who they all were, or what they were affiliated with, either. But having a son,
And he got you. He put you D.
Kinda.
So
But,
you seen all of them?
I knew before. I think I've seen all of them except for, what was the one with the country in there? Not
Age
a
of
country.
Ultron.
No, yeah, that one. Yeah, I didn't really. I think I just
He
saw
was in
like
Russia,
a little bit of that. Yeah,
something
I
like
didn't
that.
see much of that one.
Well, Avengers is close to making $1 billion already in the first weekend. It ain't even a whole week yet. So these tickets went on sale April 2nd.
Really?
They pre-sold them on April 2nd.
They did not pre-sell these tickets.
April 2nd. online.
Are you
I had to wait
serious?
in line online to get a ticket. Like real talk. Like,
I'm confused. They pre-sell, and the movie just came out this week.
Wednesday.
So
Wednesday
you
was the
paid for
premiere.
Oh, it
your
came out
ticket.
Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday they had a premiere, and then Thursday is like an
Yo,
actual showing. I
that's
saw it Thursday. I
crazy.
seen it twice already. I'm gonna go see it one more time.
Well, can I be a date?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Oh, we going on Tuesday where it's $5 though.
Oh, why I got you so damn cheap?
I'm just saying, though.
That's when I'm going on Tuesday too.
Yeah, that's the
But
smart
I got
people
the
go.
I had to get the I had to get 3D because it was
No.
I had to
You
because
waste
the
your
other
money.
ones,
Ain't no
let me
ain't no
let-
movie worth
let
3D.
me
Kick you in the
finish
face.
what I'm saying because
You should have waited
the other
another
ones
day.
were all full at the digital movie, so it was like I didn't want to. I had already promised Noah that I would take him.
Oh, okay, you taking your son.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
he
All right,
he
cool.
asked me, can he see it in 3D? And this was me taking him is like a reward for what he did. So
What I do when I order my tickets online, I always order a child fucking ticket.
they
I
don't
don't
check
never,
that.
yeah,
Wait a
I don't
minute.
never pay. I don't
Wait
never.
a minute.
I'll not buy no adult ticket online.
No, you
Are
do
you
not.
crazy? Why would I buy an adult ticket when all they look at is the barcode on your phone?
Yep.
They don't say, "Oh, you ain't a kid." What are you gonna do?
'Cause
Oh
listen, I
my
went
God!
to,
I did not know you could do that.
What?
We went to the 69th Street movie tavern, like
Oh,
movie
it's so
theater.
ghetto.
But it wasn't this night. I went to see Us there, and I got a student ticket for myself. My cousin got a
Wait,
senior
wait.
citizen ticket.
Oh, they ain't ask you for no ID for
They
that?
ain't asked, no, but I had my student ID just in case. But for years, I was using my high school ID before I had my college ID.
I cannot. I did not know you. Yo,
I got it
man.
all.
So now
these.
you know. Order
I'm
tickets
too
online.
scared to do that.
I mean,
I'm
I didn't
like,
do that for this.
You're
movie,
not. I'm
but-
like,
Order your tickets online as a kid.
I'm scared.
And if you have an AMC Stubbs card, you can get that convenience fee waived at the end of your.
You got a
selection.
Stubbs card?
Yes.
I don't
Y'all
know.
That's how
real-
you get the $5. You can't get the $5 unless you got that.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
real
true. That's
movie-
true. They changed
Oh,
that.
I
They
go to
just
movies, though.
recently did that though.
They changed it again.
No, they just recently did that though. Like maybe in the last 3 or 4 months, because every Tuesday was $5, but then they changed it. You had to have a Stubbs
Oh,
card.
I thought they went back. I know it used to be $5 all the time, but then that went away. Where I live at the one that I go to all the time, you couldn't get in $5 on Tuesdays anymore. Then it was back to regular price, and then they made it exclusive for the.
My
Stubbs
thing is,
members.
okay, what is the hype around Game of Thrones? Like, I just
You
don't
have to
get
watch it.
What's wrong with you?
My whole thing is, I
The
feel
same
like I'm
hype
too
with
many
Love and Hip Hop.
No.
I don't care about Love and Hip Hop.
No,
so that's not good.
this is the perfect time for you
because if I never seen
No, it's not.
the
it
season,
is because you could. What happens is
how many seasons?
it's
It's 8.
But listen,
no, hell no, I ain't doing
listen.
that. Nope.
The reason why I said it's good because that is a good show to binge watch, and now it's
No,
going
I'm
to be
always
over.
gonna take her to watch that.
Well, it don't matter. I rewatched the series, and it took me.
You
couple
rewatch
months.
1 through 7?
Yeah.
How long it take you? How many months?
It took me a couple months because
She ain't
I
got-
would
she ain't got
watch
time for
some,
that.
then I would I was kind of savoring the episodes to be honest because I knew it was almost time to come to because that one episode that 2 episodes that are the best episodes of the whole series. But
So tongue tied there.
but yeah, it's that show. I didn't think I would like that show because I'm not a fan of
Wizards and magic and
magic
dragons.
No, what is the other stuff with the Thor type people? Not
Oh,
no,
like 300.
No, like
You don't like them type people?
What are those people called? The people who do Vikings.
I don't like how
the-
you say this.
Viking,
You sound racist. You sound really
I don't
racist.
know. I just
I'm not
feel like
into
I'm
that
too
kind of
many
stuff.
seasons
It's good.
behind.
You don't like Vikings?
No, but I love Game of Thrones. It's kind of Viking.
Like I never did Game of Thrones. I never did Walking Dead. I never did
Walking
none
Dead,
of
I got
these.
caught back
Because
up
you don't
in
watch
that.
TV, right?
I do.
What do you watch on
she
TV?
watched-
We know Big
Oh,
Black-
Brother,
Black Ink.
Survivor, Amazing.
Do you
Race.
watch Naked and Afraid? That's one of my favorite shows.
It would be. I'm not surprised.
No. That's not why. That's my. Cause they don't be having nobody
Yeah,
on
'cause
there
you
with like
really don't
bodies.
it ain't
I be
all
laughing
like
at all
that.
them idiots that go on the show trying to survive with no clothes on in the fucking wilderness. Like
And they
people
gotta,
be
they gotta
getting
make
sick.
stuff.
People
yeah,
be
they do.
getting sick. Like I wouldn't survive out there. I don't know how to make nothing. Like they be making boats from bamboo trees. I don't know how to make none of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So
I
you
don't
wouldn't
want
be
to
a
go with
candidate for that
Survivor.
show.
I would go on. I think I'm going to apply, y'all.
For Big
For
Brother.
what?
I'm gonna apply for Big Brother. I think I would do good. I have to have an alliance.
What's
I
that
probably
show
will win
about?
money.
About what being a
We
big.
live in a house.
To
and
be
we
in a Big Brother. It's from a woman and a man's perspective on how being a big brother is
That is not what it's about.
in society.
Bottom line is, I can't get on the Game of Thrones train, and I can't get on the Marvel train.
Yeah, because you can't.
But it's okay.
Right.
There's enough of us. We don't
Yeah,
really need you.
right.
I know
They
one
don't
train.
need my little dollars. It's okay.
I know one train we all can get on. That's the Jay-Z train. Shout out to Jay-Z for reopening Webster Hall in New York City. I don't
Oh, that's
know
what
if
happened yesterday?
Yes.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yes, and
Saw the
Jay-Z
videos.
brung out Nas and Cameron. For y'all to, for those who don't know, Jay and Cam had a beef for a long time, and it was so good. Yeah, it was so good to see them both on. I think they got one song together. They performed that last night, so it was dope. Him bringing out Nas was super dope. Like, I'm a big Jay-Z fan anyway,
wow.
so I mean,
That's your favorite rapper?
yeah, he wasn't, but
Oh.
you know.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye was.
I was about to say, I don't
Kanye,
remember you saying Jay-Z.
Kanye was my favorite rapper up until he did that. But Kanye number 2 now.
Oh.
So
But
I
yeah,
mean,
the
he just
videos, clips from that I saw, it looked like it was dope.
yeah, it was dope. He did a freestyle for Nipsey, but he did a freestyle and he was dissing Avengers too.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. It was dope. It was dope though, but I wish I was there, man. I really wanted to be there. Like seeing Jay-Z live, like
I love him.
One thing
He's
about
getting
one thing
concerts.
about Jay-Z, man, or Beyonce, like that I appreciate. I mean, I ain't never been to a Beyonce show, but what I appreciate is the professionalism about them. Like you go to a DMX show, DMX don't come out to 2 hours later.
Yeah, no, that's how.
Then he performed 5 songs.
And he's
you know
sweating
what
the
I'm
whole
saying?
time.
Jay-Z,
Right.
his show started at 8. The lights go off at 7:59. You know what I'm saying? Like he give you your entire money's worth. You pay $265, you gonna get
Yeah,
you
and
gonna
he's
get an actual
Mhm.
show. Like I said with Kanye, so he set the bar with rappers and concerts. I always don't want to see a nigga just rapping and walking back and forth with a bunch of dudes on stage. Like
Yeah, no.
that shit is
Kanye
old.
concerts
Like
good, too.
that shit is
Mhm.
old, and and I'm a big DMX fan. Like he coming back here, he coming to the TLA like
Yeah.
next month,
And he gonna be late.
but I just can't do it. I don't give a fuck if the tickets was $53. I don't care if they was $23. You gotta be on time. Like why am I? And then TLA is standing room only.
Right, my feet hurt.
Like I'm standing all day for you to bark 13 times. Never.
The
Never.
bark used to.
Never. So, but yeah, shout out to Jay-Z, man. So, Juan. More Juan here?
Hi.
What's up, Juan?
Nothing. What's up with you? It's like, no.
Thank you.
Why says?
It's Juan Says already. Hi, I'm back with Juan Says, y'all. I'm back with the Uncensored Juan Says.
Is this uncensored?
Yep.
You already know.
Well, it's going to be if y'all make it, you know.
Kyra
hopefully.
will make it uncensored.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to start now. You guys ready? You ready?
I hope it's good.
What's
I
up,
hope
y'all?
It's good.
What's up, y'all? I'm going to get straight to the point. Do you think as a woman gets older, she settles for men she wouldn't have settled for when she was younger? Because I'm not sure if I should start doing that or not. I definitely don't feel like I am settling or feel like I want to settle, but I think settling for some small things should be okay. What do you? I think.
What?
Yeah, that's. You want me to read it again?
All right.
Okay, so we'll be right back after this break. What's up, y'all? We're back with the Uncensored Show.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the question that we were doing with Juan Says. So the question again is, do you think as a woman gets older, she starts to settle for men she would not have settled for when she was younger? So what does Juan say? Juan says, I actually think that's the opposite. Because I think that when you're younger, you tend to usually date people who you wouldn't normally, you don't really know the person that you want to be with all the time yet. So I feel like sometimes you might settle for something that you wouldn't necessarily deal with when you're older that you would have when you're younger, for me at least. So I would say that no, as an older person, because I'm older than all of y'all, and I'm not settling for somebody that I don't feel like there's something that I want. Like little things, I can see what you said as far as like small things, like maybe you don't really usually like a dude that wears a whole bunch of Beijing in his beard. You might see him and you might not know it's Beijing in his beard. I'm used to something small, like you know that dye or whatever.
Oh, I'm like,
but
what?
but you might be like, oh,
You didn't know what Beijing
he
was?
look all right, but you don't notice the Beijing until like after you see him in the
wake
daytime,
up and
right?
the
Yeah,
Beijing's
something
on
like
your
that.
fucking pillow.
Exactly. So
Nigga,
you'll be like,
what in the beer juice is going on?
exactly. So you
Yeah.
might be able to settle for something like trying to thinking maybe you might say something. He might be like, you might settle down with that a little bit, but. No, I think it has something to do with, once you get older and more mature, you start to you know what you want, and I don't feel like you should settle. I guess that's more so my answer. You shouldn't settle, but I don't think older women do it more than the younger people do. What say you?
Me. So I feel like honestly, you shouldn't, but I think people do. I think a lot of women, depending on where they're at in their life, I think there's a lot of women that when they get older, they want a man so bad that they'll deal with and take anybody that gives them a fucking attention. I see a lot of women, everybody's different, but I see women deal with guys. I'm like, you okay, like okay.
3 okay.
Yeah, 3 okay. Like, oh, okay, how you doing, sir? Like, your girlfriend introduced you, like, oh, all right. But I think that happens because they're lonely. Maybe they were single for a long time, and this man comes around and gives them attention. So now they're like, I haven't had this attention in a long time. So red flags that she see and that she don't want, she like, oh, I'm gonna try to deal with it. I feel like women do that more, especially the older they get, the more lonely. Like, say you've been single for 20 fucking years, and some man finally show you some attention, but he got one leg. You like, all right, that's
if
cool.
you've been single for 20 years, probably you'd be like, I could probably.
That's what I'm
deal
saying.
with that.
Like, if you 50, 60, and you ain't never been married, and some old geezer come around showing you some attention, but he ain't got no job, he be on the corner with his old head friends, but he hitting that fucking pussy right near your ass.
With the one leg?
With the one leg.
I don't think
he's
I could.
digging in that shit. Like,
He got
like the one leg.
Dane.
you
the
probably
one leg
can, but
part.
I think there is women that. All right, the one leg. All right, I'll take
The one leg.
All right,
But
take
no,
the one leg
listen.
out.
The one leg part would probably be a little bit more easier to deal with versus him not having a job and not being.
But I think
shit.
women do. How many
That's
times
the
do
norm.
you see older women freaking acting like sugar mamas?
Yeah, you do.
That's what they're doing.
I
You a
can't
sugar
be
mama.
that. I
You
can't be that.
taking in on some man. Shut the fuck up. You taking in on some
Shout
man
out to
that
the
ain't got his
sugar
shit together
mamas.
probably. Just because he giving you some steady dick. You see older women with these little young boys all the time.
Hello.
Shit, like, right. He probably ain't got no job, probably staying in your house.
True.
But he fucking you right, and you get to show him off to your little friends. But behind closed doors, you paying all the bills. You doing everything. Yeah, you settling. And I think the older you get is more likely to settle. I think the younger women, like 20, 30, we still are in the, oh no. But if I'm single, I'm getting desperate. Yeah.
But that's desperation. Desperation is different. I mean, like
desperation is
that's
settling.
I think it's slightly different though.
It
Because
is, and you will settle for something that you might not, because you're desperate. You're going to settle for something that you might not have settled for before. I think the older you get, if you ain't get your ass no man, and you really want a man, you want to take anything that comes shooting at you.
I really think that she sugarcoated this entire question. I really do. I feel like she was looking for approval for her to be a hoe.
Wait a minute. How did you even get that from the question?
She was
let me read the question again.
She was looking. Read it again. Watch.
No, I mean, you mean what she said?
Read the top.
She said, after the question, do you think as a woman gets older, she settles for men she wouldn't have settled for when she was younger because blah, blah, blah. But she said, she said, because I'm not sure if I should start doing that or not. I definitely don't want to feel like I am settling, but I think settling for some small things should be okay.
Whole shit.
Where's the hoism in
That's
it?
whole shit
Where's
right
the
there.
Where's the hoism in
That's
it?
whole shit right there.
There's nothing about hoe.
There's
Basically,
nothing hoey in there.
Right. I don't know what you're talking. What's your answer? That
Did you hear what she just said?
Your answer is that she's a hoe.
No, that's not. I didn't say she was a hoe. She was looking for approval to be a hoe. Older women, older women, after they done did their little bid in a marriage or in a situationship for 15 years, they not trying to settle down with nobody again after that.
She want to
No,
be
she
with somebody.
ain't. No, she not. She sugarcoated that shit.
She wants people what they want to do.
She wants approval. She wants y'all to be like, girl, it's okay to get some dick from Harry, Tyrone sometime. That's what she wants y'all to say.
Harry.
She looking for approval.
This is why it's not called Slap Says and it's called Wine Says. Because
but it was just my reply
that is
it was my reply to the question.
Yeah, there's no hoism in that at all.
If you say so. All right, y'all. So look, we about to take another break.
We about to get nasty.
Yeah, when we come back, I guess we're going to get sticky or something. So stay right here. We'll be right back on the Uncensored Podcast here on Water Ice Radio. We are back on the Uncensored Podcast right here on the Water Ice Radio. And we about to get a little... I don't know. Khiara said we gonna get nasty, but
listen,
is we gonna get nasty? Like
I have some questions, and this shit was very interesting to me. So,
okay, all right. Here we go.
I was watching on BET. They have a new show called Games People Play, and one of the scenes there was a couple, and they was having sex, virtual sex, and I was like,
Who?
Oh yeah,
virtual sex?
Yeah,
like
virtual.
like FaceTime?
No.
So here is the fucking thing. Here's the question. Would you have virtual sex? And I'm not just talking about FaceTime. What it is an operation. It's a device that you can put on someone that would stimulate them. And it's like a remote control vibrator.
Yeah. They did that in Demolition Man. That's a good
So I want to know, would you, like, if you were going to do virtual sex, like, what would you participate in? Like, how far would you go? So there's a couple different things that I read about. You have people who can make molds of their genitalias. So I can make a mold of my pussy. Mm-hmm. He can make a mold of his dick.
Right.
And then I can take it so I have his dick to play with and he has my pussy to play with. I can do the virtual sex where he can control it during our FaceTime, whatever we're doing, if we're Skyping. Or is it just FaceTime? Or are we sexing? Are we sending new pics? Like, how far would you go? What would you do? Or are you into it, or it's not?
Is you gonna mold your yams?
I don't know. I would. You know what? As far as the molding thing, I would be more concerned about like what's gonna happen to the inside. Is it gonna? Am I gonna get an infection or something like that from the molding products?
It don't go inside, do it?
If you gotta get a mold, it has to be inside, and then they have to construct. They must have to use some kind of.
They can't mold your inside. They just molding the way your lips are.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Well, I would do that. Yeah, I would do that. If they I would do that.
You show new one.
You gonna mold your yams?
I would do. When I saw it, I was like, I would do that because it's like stimulation. You know how you said with the control. I would like something like that. I would try that as far as the virtual thing is. But I'm not. I feel like I'm too silly to like talk dirty over the phone and stuff like that. Yeah. It doesn't work. Like I have done that, but I'm not really good at that because I'm silly.
So you're not good at phone
sex?
So
give me a little bit of phone sex. What would you say? Because you have a great phone sex.
I know. That's why people probably think that.
And mine was like, hey, daddy. Like, what?
I don't even remember.
Pull your dick out.
Pull your dick out now.
I feel like,
daddy,
it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to just like, I can't just blurt out and be like,
all right, can you say something super sexy for us?
Yes.
Give me something to say. I don't
say come for me, daddy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm silly because I'm trying not to laugh at it.
Can you come on my face, daddy?
Yeah.
Can you say it like that?
Say it like that, like a little girl.
No,
that's how that sounds.
Or no, just don't say that. Just say come on my face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you stop so she can do it? That's all she can't do is stop so she can say the fucking...
That's what I would be thinking about in my head and like, yeah.
Then she gonna have to fucking say it.
No.
Can you come on my face?
Daddy. Say
no, daddy.
Daddy.
Oh no.
Come look.
No, daddy. I thought you said say daddy.
No, don't even say daddy. Just say can you come on my face?
It's like no. Can you come on my face? Doesn't say
never mind.
No,
my pussy dried up.
I was about to say. I almost started saying my pussy dried up. Can you come on my face?
My pussy is dry. Shut up.
Damn.
Okay.
So you're saying no for phone sex, but yes for the.
If what I was saying about the phone sex part is the guy would have to be getting me to say stuff because I'm not gonna think of anything to say because I'm gonna
like,
be like,
but you would plan this out.
did
like,
you
if
pull
you're
your dick
dating
out?
somebody,
Is
right?
your dick out yet? Don't suck your dick.
Yes.
Act
Oh.
like my dick is in your mouth. Put your dick.
Let's go.
Whoa, whoa.
But I
Wait a
can't-
That shit almost worked. Say it again now.
I can't.
Say it again now.
So you're
'Cause
saying
I
you won't initiate it, but if he
No.
initiated, you'll go.
And I would be like,
What about FaceTime, like video Skyping?
That's
I could do
You
that.
play with your pussy on FaceTime?
I would be. I would have to not think. I would have to be drinking or something.
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
You know why? Because I don't. My mind won't be involved. Because if once
you
I
are in
start
a lo-
thinking about it,
If you're in a long-term a long distance relationship, right? And you want to make sure your man is being pleased.
oh, I would be
bitch,
able.
you better
to,
put that
that's
shit
why.
open.
That's why I don't want to be in a long
Put
distance
them fingers
relationship.
in
But
that pussy
I
and
would-
get it poppin'.
I would
DJ.
do it if I was. If I had to. Because I mean, like traveling and stuff like that. If you're in a relationship, I plan on trying to keep it spicy.
Oh God, Juan.
All right,
That's
well,
what I thought.
what
I
you
said
gonna
please.
do?
I ain't with, I'm not molding shit. I'm not playing with none of that shit. I'm just not. I feel weird if I feel weird taking a clay vagina and just
A what?
a vagina
It's not gonna
What
be
is
clay.
that?
It's not gonna be clay.
rubber.
It's
No,
gonna
but
be
what's a-
silicone.
What's a vagina?
A fake vagina?
Yeah. I don't want that, man. I don't want.
He
to.
said a vagina.
It's a vagina.
Yo,
I don't want to
God.
use. I'm not using no rubber shit.
all right.
And I don't know about the. You said it's a
you're
little
Is there
right.
remote
machine.
control?
I don't know about that. I mean, I would like to do it as like a joke, like she be in a real serious business meeting. I hit that joint.
Oh,
She
that
like,
would be funny.
but-
especially if you can't.
If you
said
can't
it
what?
like that.
Wait a minute.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
But I'm definitely with the FaceTime and the Skyping because I was in a long distance relationship and that's what we had to do. We had to make that shit work. Like music in her background, music in my background, candles in her background. Like we had to make
Oh,
that
y'all was
shit
going
work.
all out.
Yeah,
She like
shit.
this.
Oh, that was like for real.
That shit was for real. Like it felt like she was like almost right next to me. Like we was talking crazy.
Pour, ooh.
You like that? Yeah.
So you
see
can
me
pour
stu-
wax and stuff on yourself.
Of course. You gotta get the
Ooh,
candle.
Yeah, I like that part though. I
you
like,
like that
wax.
part? Oh, you like wax? Oh, so she got a little freak in there.
I
So
like that.
so I'm sure you with all of you.
So I'm probably for sure with, and the thing, so I don't do pictures. It's very rare that
you don't send nudes?
I'm
I don't.
surprised.
I do not
Really?
send nudes.
But that's good.
I don't.
What?
And I took a really cute picture last night because I was
Let
at a
me
little
see.
party.
Is you
But
nude?
I'm not nude, but it's a
what
very
the
cute
fuck?
picture. You can see
Nothing
some
is
titties.
showing. Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah. let
Like
me see.
nipple or
You can see a nice little nipple.
Ooh.
But this was, I just took it because I'm like, damn, this is really sexy.
It's a really sexy
So-
picture. You
Ain't
can't
no
see
nipple. Oh,
shit.
Look.
it's sheer. Okay.
It's cute. It's sexy.
Your,
My whole
your
thing
face
is-
is not in it,
Your
right?
face not in it.
Right.
Your
My whole
face
thing with
shouldn't be in it,
pictures
right?
is, I don't need us to break up and now you sending my pictures.
Ain't nobody
Listen.
doing that.
These, you know how
Nobody
many
doing
dicks I see?
I
And
know.
they not being sent to my phone. My girl's be like, girl, look at his dick.
And
Look
you
at
know, if
his
you
dick."
ain't taking him serious, you showing
and
your
y'all
girlfriends.
and y'all send dick pics like it ain't nothing. And I don't
Right.
I don't want no dick pic because y'all be hitting it from certain angles. I don't want that shit. I'm a more I need
What
to,
that mean?
I don't want no dick pic from the angle
I don't
that nigga
know.
look big and then
Well,
I'm
no,
not
if you
thinking-
already know what the, I don't want unsolicited dick pics.
I
is my
definitely
thing.
don't want unsolicited.
I don't mind if I'm
What
already
does that
messing
mean?
with
Like,
you.
meaning
If-
like
if-
y'all just
Random?
pop up in a-
Yeah, like especially if
Oh,
we
like
not
good
even
morning and he send you a dick
right.
pic?
I had somebody who we never even made it to the first date, and he sent me a good
Damn.
morning with his, and I was
Right.
like, I'm not talking to him
like
again.
or
But if-
when they asking for pics,
Yeah, I don't.
they were like, no, you're not getting no pic.
No.
But I would do video. I would do video.
But you can screenshot
You would
that.
send a
I know.
video.
I,
You would
I
send
would not
a,
say I would do like FaceTime.
All right.
I would do FaceTime. I wouldn't send a video.
So Kyra is willing
But
to
I'm
do.
definitely down with the virtual. Like I would love to try that.
I want to try that too.
I want to try that. I want to.
I would much.
I need to Google how much they are.
I would much
For
rather
my
try
LA
it out
person.
for like if it was more of like a bullet type thing versus
Yes,
a insert.
Because what you can do, like if I make a mold, I forgot they had it. I was trying to pull it up, but my internet's not working. It's called Hush, where like a sleeve goes on your dick and that's how she can control
Woo!
like the movements on the sleeve. Like, so it's like jerking
That's
you
decent.
off via remote control. That
All right,
shit
well,
is lit.
We'll have that discussion on the next episode. So y'all both gonna try the virtual thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
between
and I'll let you know how it went.
All right. So we're gonna take another break, and when we come back, we're gonna come back with the asshole of the week
Who was a pain in my earth?
and my topic. So stay right here. We'll be back with the Uncensored Podcast right here on Water Ice Radio. And we're back here at the Uncensored Podcast. I am your host, Slap Rock the King, Mr. Lovable Asshole himself. More Juan here.
She is here.
We got
Hi.
little honey over there.
Little honey on the main.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna be doing this every week, and this is my little segment called Asshole of the Week. And for the very first episode on this show,
Who was a pain in your ass?
the asshole of the week is friends who don't have their friends back, or friends who ain't supportive of their friends. And you got a lot of people out here who, call themselves your friends, but I've learned not to use that word too loosely nowadays. I just look at certain people as associates, and certain people are with you to gain something for themselves and not for y'all together. And I've been really seeing that a lot with a lot of people. And a lot of people that I thought were my friend or friends, they showed me their true colors on more than one occasions. But it's so hard, like because when you look at somebody and you view them as a friend, sometimes it's just like in relationships, you just try to keep overlooking the bullshit. Mm-hmm. And you want to give that friend the benefit of the doubt. He's like, no, my homegirl wouldn't do me like that, or my man wouldn't do me like that. And they just keep showing you their true colors, and it just comes to the point where you got to separate yourself from that. And then when you do that, they wind up being mad at you. Like, I never understood, like, you've been jerking me around all this time. When I finally opened my eyes to see that, you ain't been, like, loyal, or you ain't been real with me, and I step off, I'm better now. I think I'm better than you, or I'm this and I'm that. No, it ain't even like that, man. So to everybody out there who has a friend and who supports their friend, keep doing that. We ain't got time for this faking and fraud and stuff. Like, I ain't with it. Like, I want to see everybody win. I want to see all my friends win. Even if I'm not involved in nothing that they're doing, I want to see y'all win, man. And I think everybody should be like that, especially with people that you are close with. Like, I don't really consider nobody my friend if they don't know where I live at. If they don't know my kid name, and then I can't even say that because you'll know my kid name from social media. But like knowing where I live at, if your name is like stored in my phone, like I really fuck with you like that. So,
am I stored in your phone?
Yeah, of course you are.
Make sure, because you're a mean ass.
I'm not. I'm only mean when you push me there. I'm laughing every day.
No, I know.
I'm laughing.
We gems.
I'm laughing every day. So please, all you fake ass friends out there, you are our first episode asshole of the week, and hopefully you'll try to do better. If not, then we'll have to put our foot in your ass.
Damn.
What, you don't want to do that?
I mean,
all right, so look, we're gonna take another break, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna have the girls close it out. Stay right here at the Uncensored Podcast on Water Ice Radio. All right, we want to thank everybody for listening and watching to the Uncensored Podcast. Make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on all streaming platforms. And you can follow us on Instagram at the Uncensored Podcast 215. I'm Slap Rock the King, Mr. Lovable Asshole himself, and I'm here with the Uncensored Podcast crew.
Juan.
More Juan here.
Yeah.
how you got me, Juan? Khiara, a.k.a. Little Honey.
And we are the podcast with no limits.
All right, y'all. We see y'all next week. Thank you.